Well, you guys will get it. You can get it.
Purple.
With help of the notes, purple. I'm gonna use red for my contrast, and maybe number 5 would be purple. Okay. Yeah, you can add these together. 5 plus -3 is 2. 2 minus -7 is 9, so it's like 3 to the 9th. I don't know what that is as a normal number, standard.
19683.
Huh?
19683 is what calculator said.
19683.
Yeah.
Okay, either of those. I would accept either of those actually. A lot of times they just leave this as a letter, so you can't really solve it. Okay, this would be like 1/16. What's 4 to the 0? 1. Or 16 over 16. 17 over 16. 4, okay, 4 squared is 16, so this would be 1 over 16. 1 is 16 over 16. And what does the -1 exponent do? Flips it. Okay, but since they didn't put any letters on 2 and 3, you could actually use a calculator. Number 4, not so lucky. Does anybody think they remember how to do number 4?
Is that something to do?
Close, not quite. You're
It'd
close
be
though.
3, and then it'd be x plus 4 times 2. Or would it be
Okay, 9 turns into 3 squared. Yeah, for us to use that trick, you have to have the bases be the same. So you can turn 9 into 3 squared. And these exponents would like multiply together. And once the bases are the same, the exponents need to be the same. So you just do 2x plus 8 equals 5. And you solve that for x. Not the easiest problem we've ever done.
Are you getting anything from the bake sale?
I don't know, how many things are there?
There's a lot of stuff. There's gluten-free options.
You could get shoes for shoes.
Now you can be into like the raffle to like change the color or get her shoes.
Like just get shoes that are either hers or
What does the money go towards again? I always
on
forget.
the Rockman shoes.
Okay.
I hate the
Is it because you did the job there?
Nah, I didn't even know.
Okay. Someone did. It was kind of.
I might think.
But then she said she like.
Oh yeah, Karen does work as a. She works everywhere, bro. She works at the kiddie park.
Yes,
I remember somebody used to work at the kiddie park, but they were getting paid illegally low wages, like below minimum
like
wage.
$2.
I like the.
But then the next year they had to get paid minimum wage.
I don't know if it was the Rock, but there was one place that my brother would always go to, and I would have to go, and I would pay that duck food masters on the computer. Duck life? I don't know, but it might have been the Rock, and that might be why I hate it. We're talking about some Boys and Girls Club. I hate the Boys and Girls Club.
What is the price of gas right now?
It's like
We'll say $2.79. Is it?
That's the premium? Yeah, like the normal gas, like not the bad type, like the middle one.
if you look at Google Maps.
Yeah, I'm getting like, I spent 14. I get 14 gallons, I spent like
Gas.
Yeah, I put my car from empty to full.
should be using the premium.
Okay, this problem, number 5, guys, is kind of going back to number 1. How do we set this up? So it's kind of like number 1. It's the a times 1 plus r to the t. So I'm gonna change colors. Okay, so it's 227 is its starting value. Okay, we don't know the interest rate, so that'll stay in R. But the t up here is 3. Yeah, and the new price is 279. You guys remember this chapter? This might have been like January, or maybe it's February actually. I lost track. Okay, now how do we solve this for R? Yeah, 2.27 is multiplied to the left side, so you can get rid of it with division. I probably wouldn't plug this in the calculator yet because it's going to be really messy. Just leave it like that for now. But what's the next step? Yeah, to get rid of a cube root. And there's one more step. What's the last step? Minus 1. The minus 1 is not in the cube root. But, okay, I circled it. That's not really the answer. But that's what I would plug in the calculator to figure out the answer.
So you wouldn't have to go anywhere past that.
If you would actually write.
That would be the
this
answer.
as a drawing.
Well, okay, actually it probably will say like 0.07 or something, so you might change that to 7%. What did you get, Grant?
I got 0.071.
Oh, what a guess.
That's a crazy guess.
What is the meaning of one?
What gas station do you go to for your gas?
It's either Quick Trip or that one next to Summit.
Shelby, how many finals you have to take?
It's so gross.
You have to take any finals?
Well, the one next
I
to-
got a gas card.
Just buy one because it's still
Yeah.
Oh, what day is that? Tomorrow or Wednesday?
It's open, but
Yeah,
we're working
it's
on
pro
it.
I only
today.
go to
Sorry.
Virgin Islands. I go like pumpkin
So you
So you don't, still don't have to come in.
Cause all that.
Unless I don't finish, then
like
I
chunk
have to
it.
come on Wednesday.
Cause those are the
None
ones
of
that
that?
fill up first and then you open this
It's
bit.
not Christmas stuff.
Eli does.
Oh, he does those?
How many more questions do we have?
Yeah.
A lot.
I have to ask Shelby a question.
That's a real gas station.
Some OSHA way to type it in.
But that's
See-
good.
you see
It's on the edge
how
of, it's on the edge of Duke. Pumpkin Pete's. And then Miller Bros.
OSHA way to
I
type
think
it
there's something like overall about this, like.
It was something about.
There's also this place out in my house.
in.
called
If you
Bar.
go over OSHA way to there's nothing there.
Actually,
It's bare.
Yeah, this is one of them,
I thought that's what no water was like.
then it's kind of like this.
I get my amazing joke about having no
It
water.
was like, what was not?
Still
How are
water.
you? How are you not done the test, dude?
Dude, Grant.
I didn't know what it was,
Literally one of the worst test takers ever.
but you know,
Dude, I'm being precise, pal.
No good.
well, I guess.
No edge.
Come on. Brent.
You know. You mentioned crypto when you were young.
I don't even know what that is.
Like,
If I invested in crypto, we'd all be toast.
Wasn't what Peyton Burnett said about like so you're not gonna
That was so
Ken, yeah, it was the $1 million Bitcoin.
No.
Dude, I told my parents like, dude,
No, that's not.
he's gonna be a billionaire, just watch.
Turns out.
Completely knowing it was not real.
If you use Google image search on that
That's a lot.
car he showed, it's from Facebook Marketplace in Michigan. Wait, or something. Some random other state.
Her page is not.
Remember the time said he like had a bunch of Bitcoin, now he's like, really
Oh,
rich.
yeah.
And he sent a picture of a
Check
new
marks
car
are
he
things
got.
I've done or don't need.
If you image search the car, it's like from some random Facebook market.
Okay. On this one, you need the compound interest formula, so that looks like this. 1 plus r over k to the kt. And for the continuous interest formula,
I'm so sorry.
hurt. Okay, what did the P stand for? You guys remember? It's called the principal, it's the initial investment. What's the R stand for? The percentage rate. What's the K stand for? How many times the money's getting compounded per year? How many times you're getting paid per year? Quarterly means it'd be paid 4 times a year. And T is time. Okay, time is in years though. If they say 18 months, how many years is that?
Wait, no, I'm stupid.
18 months.
Or 1.5.
Yeah. 18 months, 12 months is a year. So it's like 1 year and 6 months, so it's 1.5. So the time would actually be 1.5 years. So this first one would be 1200 times 1 plus 0.075 over 4.
Was it Colossians? Not Colossians, silly. Colossians.
Shut up.
Give me my paper back.
No.
Now.
Have you gone in for your interview yet?
Are you doing it?
You can probably
No.
grow.
No.
You know how they have like the thing you have to step on to? You wouldn't make it.
Well, they have like,
Not
They said
around.
they
The corporate ladder,
they said they have three college kids who are supposed to come back. So if they do, then I'll have to wait. But if they don't, I'm out of shot.
It's because you're a bum.
Yeah, you should go
You should have applied early, like these more job openings back then.
Probably.
Yeah, you should apply for pumpkin feet.
Dude.
5 minutes. Take it over.
I'll have a big. I know you're rich. One day you can own pumpkin
Emergency, bro. Dude, that's the
You
greatest
can
one.
own pumpkin beets, and not only Pete gets that privilege. Only people named Pete that work there.
Who's Pete hasn't known?
Dude, another guy named Pete. They trying to find him.
So I need to.
It's the lineage of Pete.
P.D. and Peter.
From our nation's family. Pumpkin Pete's has been a staple.
George Washington himself knew Pete.
Dude, it's like Washington got gas at Pumpkin Pete's.
You got more than just
He,
Pete.
he got hay for
He got horse feet.
Okay.
It's actually been here longer than America.
Like I
It
said.
was made by the Indians.
I died.
They found the oil, they harvested
Okay,
it.
so I need to study
Pumpkin beets.
2, 3, 4, 5. Give me my hand back.
There's probably a drug there that they kinda did. Oh,
Stage.
honest.
It's a staging ground.
8,
I mean, it's right next to like the place where like they live. Pete?
9, 10,
No,
11.
oh, the social out of town.
Ah.
What is?
Like all the
Okay,
the
but I
people
won't.
on a list. Pizza missionary. You know like that one place by the Arby's that has like all the people?
Goodness.
All the people.
Okay,
Only Grant knows about Arby's, dude.
so on number 7, you guys could just do this with the calculator, but do you guys know what this is?
Knock over it.
No.
Oh shoot, 2 to 3.
This means 3 to the what equals 27. And that would be 3. 3 to the what equals 27. But your calculator can do it. This one your calculator can't do. How do we expand these? Okay, so this is like A to the 2/3, and this is like B to the 1/3. Okay. When you are dividing, That's like subtracting logs,
So then we would put the stuff in front of it.
and then the exponent moves out in front, yes.
Dude, this is a
You guys remember doing this stuff?
I only remember the half of it.
This one's actually easier. So when you're multiplying, you just add the logs, and the 3 is gonna, shh, girls, the 3 is gonna go in front. So it's 3a plus, maybe I should have done one step at a time.
It's Maleficent. Or Mal. This is the greatest show. Well, it looks like you're running for her running too. I'm guessing.
How many people go on a junior trip?
I didn't do it.
A lot.
We kick off some of the girls.
More than you could
Does anyone
ever
have
imagine.
I do.
Someone should bring.
My dad was talking about how
I do.
he doesn't want me to sleep with Landon's dad.
No.
Your entire trip is your room.
It sounded weird, but like,
That was
Maybe.
the
Who was your
main bucket list item.
No, like on the trip.
Trip is completely devastating.
It's gonna get back to me. Yeah, I got grounded.
Mine's better.
dude, my dad was like,
Which one's yours? This one.
pull up.
The
I thought it was-
futon.
Yeah, he said,
I'm not sleeping in the bed.
I hate
Look
when
at
he
it.
said, don't sleep in a
Like, I
bed
hate
with a
my
man.
nose.
Like the.
No, we need to have like a pillow barrier.
Yeah.
No, what you do, right? One person gets under the blanket, the other person gets on top of the blanket, and then wraps the other side of the blanket.
Oh.
Okay, so there's
The mummy method.
The burrito.
one of us. I think there's 3 guys on our room.
Or I think there's 2
No, I was
on the
actually
block
his
couch.
hot wife.
I think Mr. Frederick's gonna have the block couch and 2 of us are gonna have to sleep.
And his
together.
children.
Yeah, 2 of us are gonna sleep together.
The one with the mirror?
What we
Pillow
should do is just
barrier.
like,
Pillow bear is a good idea.
No.
No, Landon and his dad snoozing together.
Oh.
they probably would.
And then
I think Landon's pretty, size, what's it called?
soup neck.
Like the most ungay awful
Man.
thing. Okay,
Here's Landon's dad soup on
here's the strap.
Landon's deck is the chair.
He gets the chair.
What kid?
Just say someone's gonna sleep in the bathtub, dude. They should
Honestly, give me a pillow, I'd probably sleep.
You can't say that.
That's
All right.
really fucking good.
Why is it so good?
How do we solve this?
Oh.
Log base
10.
3 of 10.
Hey, there we go.
Dude,
Notice
It's a
the
log.
purple one is the fat one.
Log base 3 of 10
Nah.
equals x. You guys remember ACB? If you have an exponential equation, well, like the variables in the exponent, change it to a log. Plug that in the calculator.
The urge is passing.
Yeah, but I feel like they're not.
Your pumping feet is gonna ban you if you don't get it.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
It's something you're gonna look like.
Pumpkin. That's where I get my gas in case it's in quick trip.
Yeah, but
Case.
like my mom makes things like that.
They got cookies.
Or I know they do.
Mom makes these with no
I know
sugar.
Pete personally.
She makes
Pete would not be happy. I wanna see 2 of you get banned.
No.
You're gonna get banned for pumping feet.
No.
They're good cookies.
Bro,
Pumping
It's
feet will
smaller
not
than
take
this.
kindly to this offense,
you gotta
Stop
have
it.
your money's worth. Was
I
there
got
cake?
rubbing
I
in my
saw
foot, you
cake.
just
Yeah.
rubbing my
I
shit.
think they're $30. I want macaroons, but they're.
Why are you so
Why did they have
happy?
them?
Why are you
Not happy.
Wait, what's it doing this girl?
All right.
How
How do we find x here?
Probably like.
Opposite.
Probably
Sonny was like,
Opposite over adjacent, so you need no SOHCAHTOA and all that stuff. So which trig function does opposite adjacent?
No.
Tangent. Tangent of x equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, then how do we figure out what the x angle is? Tangent inverse. That helps us find the angle.
Give me a
Probably.
My parents were gone
57.5.
yesterday, so I had goldfish for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, what?
Goldfish. Then I had a popsicle after each.
You're so lucky.
That's not Grant, that's Gert.
Gert.
Gert's the one that deals with all the
How
business.
many questions
All
are
the
on the
grades.
final?
Grant just sits in a corner.
Grant does this.
There's a lot.
Reaches a finger.
You can't even fit these in here.
Yeah.
I sent you reels, bro. I sent
Oh, no.
I sent you so many reels.
Yeah.
I've not paid attention or
When I
anything.
saw Gretchen Gollum, bro, or Gretchen George.
It's always when I'm on the toilet, dude.
Okay. Now, this is not a right triangle, so what do we have to use?
Oh, brother.
Probably the lob
So
signs.
good.
Probably the lob signs. So, you guys remember how that goes? It's sine of the angle over its side. Now,
180.
to use lob signs, we kind of need to know this angle. So we can do like sine of 180 minus these two would be 58. Okay, so anyway, sine of 58
Mid.
over 15
Wait.
equals sine of 22 over x. Okay, why are we not using SOHCAHTOA? Because it's not a right triangle. How did we solve this sucker?
Awesome.
Cross multiply?
P15 times sine 22.
Are you doing it right?
50.
Did you just hurt your knee?
It's 15 sine of 22, whoops,
Imagine doing
divided by sine of 58.
Gert mental.
You don't like a studious
No,
person?
no.
There we go, I did.
Is that solvable?
Okay, of course you would plug this in your calculator, that's not the actual answer.
It's not the actual answer, you have to plug it in, Shelby. There.
UI.
Put it down, dog.
Taco Bell.
Teens.
Yeah, it's next to Little Caesar. No, it's next to Wendy's. And Little Caesars. Oh yeah. So good, dude.
Okay, so we have find the area. Do you guys remember that little formula?
Oh, was it 1 over sine AB sine C?
Huh?
Was it
No.
half AB sine C?
Yeah. That one.
You're ahead of the times, Shelby.
Okay, where A and B are two sides, and this capital C is the angle between them. So you just do 1/2 times 12 times 10 times sine of 120 degrees.
Are we gonna be here tomorrow?
Probably for part of class. I don't know exactly.
Wait, are we not gonna be here for something?
That's our last
Where's
match.
Ward's Chapel?
This is our last
Yeah.
class.
Oh no.
Have you taken college algebra yet?
No, I just mean like I'm quitting.
You're just quitting mine.
We've had you for like 5 years in Switzerland.
Since middle school.
Well, actually, we're sticking here, but
Oh yeah.
Hold up. Hold up. 6th grade, half of 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade.
Dude.
So
I've known you to Jordan longer than I've known you, dude.
it's true.
yeah, but I'm not gonna be.
Well, you probably spend more time with Randy than me.
There's never been a time where that girl poster was not there.
That's true. That's true. It was above the doorway in 6th grade, bro.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
No, I think it was above my.
Oh,
Desk.
above your desk? Yeah.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
a monkey poster above the doorway. This-
Smiling chimpanzee.
It said something about that homework was due.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. The chimp.
Wasn't it like over there?
I got
for a
lost.
minute?
No. The chimp is gone.
I started
Okay.
reading it or something.
Did you guys write the formula down? That's kind of important for that problem.
Did you write the
This is
formula?
down board.
I'm receiving the urge to create something.
Sick files even? You scraped my leg.
I didn't even try to.
What are we doing in American history?
He just
Oh,
sits it back. He
We're
sits
watching-
it back.
You know, we were watching an actual straight on that.
It hurts.
How many,
Break my calculator.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
We've
There's a
already
lot.
watched National Treasure, bro.
This is the second
I'm
one.
not.
Kurt, please. Kurt, please.
Oh,
That's my,
wait,
that's my
you
math.
know,
That's
we
good.
were walking out of my room and I saw you shove trays.
Yeah, because they were in the way.
Hope could not move Trace an inch.
Thanks, bro.
Trace is too large.
Trace is too beautiful.
There's probably like 40.
Trace is made of stone.
Well, hold on. One of these chapters is not going to be on there.
He goes up, he's like, yo, bro.
200 what?
What you doing?
Oh.
It was one. It's so funny. During
I
track,
know.
during track,
Okay.
it's so funny.
Guys,
Oh. I guess we'll just.
and just in case, so you three need to write this down. The chapters that will be on the final are 4, 5.
Oh man.
One of these wasn't. I forget which one. Oh wait, I wrote it.
Make the last chapter on the final.
Oh shoot, you know what? I think chapter 5 was first semester.
All our pictures are back.
Okay,
Thanks, Shelby.
so 4, 9, so X out the 5. Shh. 12, 13, 16. 4, 9, 12, 13, 16. Whatever I don't cover today and tomorrow, I recommend you look up the old tests and test reviews for those chapters. Right now, this is chapter 9.
Yeah,
That I'm
Kirsten,
good.
if you need all the right
Oh, we're only
answers,
on the
you can have
second
my
one.
test.
Looks like
I said if you need all the right answers for those tests, you can have mine.
Oh, thank you.
Chapter 4 is actually the one we just took a test over.
Actually,
Were you guys
Yeah.
I actually just got all the tests wrong with it.
Are you a Sigma boy group?
I'm pretty fun, young gentleman.
Yeah, that's the last page.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they're over stuff.
We were talking about Trace before.
Yeah.
Trace. He tries to pick up girls at like every time he sees them.
Yo, what's
He
up?
fails.
I was trying to plan my
Was
though, and
3 girls.
there was one of
And
you
said,
and
"Yo,
that.
more than
Doesn't look
I
like
could
three.
take it too." And
it's the way he says it.
Okay, shh, guys, we need to finish the chapter. Okay, how can I find, this is an isosceles triangle, right? It's got 2 equal sides. How can I find the angles? The easiest way is to draw in an altitude. Because in a right triangle, the altitude splits it perfectly. So this is like a 2, and then you have a little right triangle right here. So how could I find this angle? Now that we have a right triangle, you can use SOHCAHTOA. So relative to this angle, I have the adjacent and the hypotenuse, which is cosine. So cosine of the angle, theta, equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So how do we find the angle? Hush. You do cosine inverse. Okay. That would give you this angle. On an isosceles triangle, these 2 base angles are the same. Okay, so that angle and that angle are the same. And the third angle should add up to 180 with these 2 angles. So really you only have to do one thing, one trig thing. Anybody plug this one in?
My baby's down. No, I didn't. Stop.
75.5.
Okay, so that means these 2 angles would be 75.5. If you add that together, it's 151. 180 minus 151 is 29. So the top angle would be 29 degrees. Okay. At a distance of 300 meters, the angle of elevation to the top of a building is 60 degrees. At a distance of 300 meters, the angle of elevation to the top of a building is 60 degrees. I didn't draw that very accurately. The question is, how tall is the building? So a word problem, but it's a right triangle word problem. I didn't draw my picture very accurately. Relative to this angle, we're looking for opposite, we have adjacent, so I'm gonna use tangent. Tangent of the angle equals opposite over adjacent. What do we do? How do we solve when x is on top? Right, times 300. You can put it over here. 300 times tangent is 60. Okay, what do we do on one of these problems? X might be on the bottom. What do we do if x is on the bottom? Yeah, you multiply by x, that goes up here. Tangent of 60 goes down. So it'd be x equals 300 divided by tangent of 60. Okay, that's not this problem. I'm just saying there's another problem on the test kind of like this one, and it might be more like that. Okay. But the actual one was what I put first. Tangent of 60 equals x over 300, and you multiply by 300 for this specifically. And that would give you the answer. That just goes away. Do we have time for one more? What time we get out? 4?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, lots more.
Hey, or favorite pencil?
How are you going to the edge of the center?
Like my cap eraser. That's what it turns to.
You're not talking.
Gert,
Sorry, I was
Gert, my anger more looks like a river. Dude,
Probably the middle of tomorrow.
There's evil in my name.
it's like a
It comes from your dad.
it flows unceasingly.
It flows unceasing.
Thought you were gonna fork it.
Someone said greatness after
Gert, I hold high value in my cap eraser.
Okay,
You're on.
Coach, would you give us back this?
Ew, this is camp.
Would you give this back?
I think, Grant, I think for the probabilities chapter, I don't think I'm going to go over that,
She's went to college twice.
but it will be on there. You guys remember those? Maybe I should do one of them. Okay. Okay, you guys remember this one? Maybe I should do one with the tree. Should I do one with the tree?
I have no proof. The one thing I was wondering was the computer and your
I've heard this. I knew this was gonna happen.
There's something.
Is that 11 or is it 11?
There's a stain.
Alright.
Grant, I'm gonna need my cap eraser.
Where'd it go?
I love. What do I love, guys?
Go do your cap.
Darn it, I'm trying to do math. Richard Jordan was talking to me, y'all interrupted my method.
It's a
It's, you know what I think? It's short.
Would you rather take Spider-Man or Batman in a fight?
There's not,
Lord,
why did you ever tell him that?
my foolishness is great.
Wait, what kind of size? Like,
And a low.
Yeah, you thought I was pushing the camera looking at
21.
I've been deceived by the deceiver.
it. So I'm very deceived.
Um,
You're
That's not
You're-
allowed.
great.
By when?
Imagine you.
Yes, four and salt.
Okay, yeah, okay, great. It's already four.
Okay,
Sprout.
A was kind of one of the questions that everybody got right. B was a lot of people got wrong.
Darn it.
Okay, so let's look at A. What's the probability, if there's a 7 out of 8 chance, what's the probability that all 6 that we planted sprout? 7 out of 8, 7 out of 8, 7 out of 8. You do like 6 of those.
Oh, it's 6.
Okay, each spot represents, one of the seeds. Probability that each will happen, you multiply them together. Okay, what made B harder?
Because you have to find that one, all 6 sprout and all 5.
Yeah, at least 5 means 5 or 6. So you have to find the probability of 5, find the probability of 6, which we already did, and add those together. So, but what's the probability that 5 will sprout? So it could be sprout, 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 not sprout.
Out of 6 times.
But the not sprout could also be in this spot.
6.
Yeah, there's like 6 different ways this could happen. So what we did was we did the probability of one of these and then multiplied it by 6.
Yes.
And that represents the probability of 5 sprouting. That makes sense. So what's the probability of this happening? Sprout is 7 out of 8. And not sprouting is 1 in 8. But because that not sprouting could be in 6 different spots, there's 6 ways this could happen, so you multiply by 6. This answer represents 5 seeds sprouting. But if we want at least 5, that means 5 or 6, so we'd have to add our answer from here to our answer from there. So we would do whatever this is plus whatever that is to find this.
Why you change it?
I feel beyond this.
There's the M-E-O.
Oh, look at you.
Anyway, cause there's a lot of that.
That's fine. Well, show me something fun.
What?
71%.
I just
Why do I have so
do today, and I don't want to ask for other days.
It's because you're a fool.